Saw the money and got activated. Saw that money and got activated. I saw that money and got activated.
What's up, guys? It feels like it's been forever since. I see this in every video. Cut that. Anyhow, what is up, guys? I'm excited to be vlogging back at home in my garage, not stressing about making it to an event, and just kind of chilling. So, as you can tell from the title, the Hardbody has recently caused us some issues and actually left us stranded in a somewhat important time period. It was kind of like an SDX crunch kind of deal. We were trying to run to get some parts in the middle of the night, and I'm just cruising down the road, and the battery light comes on. I'm like, what the heck? Why is the battery light on? I was like, oh, must be the battery terminal came off, so I just keep driving, okay? Well, then I noticed the heat stopped working because it was kind of chilly out, so I had the heat on. I'm like, what the heck? I look over at the temperature gauge, and it is pegged on hot. No idea how long it was on hot. Honestly, never paid attention. The truck didn't drive any different. So I'm like, oh my god. So I pull over into the car wash, which is a decent amount, decent ways away from my house, walking wise. And so I pull in there, and I start looking at everything. Well, I remember hearing the serpentine belt squeal like while the truck was moving, which it never does. It only squeals right when you start it. And then it like went away. So then I'm like, oh my god, the serpentine belt broke. So I get out and I look. Of course, the serpentine belt broke. It's nowhere to be found. Obviously, it fell off somewhere on the road. And I'm like, great. This is awesome. So I used this aux cord right here, which I'll put the video in here. I cut the aux cord to length and tied it around the alternator, or the water pump pulley and the crank pulley. And it worked for about 5 minutes. So then after that idea went out the window, pretty much what I kept doing was I would get up to 60 mile an hour, and then I'd shut the truck off and let it coast. And then I would it would slow down, then I'd start the truck, and then I'd get up to 60 mile an hour, and then I'd coast it. Just to keep it cool, so hopefully we didn't warp the head or anything, because I have no idea how long it was overheating. If it does have a warped head, then SR20 swap, here we come. But other than that, that's kind of our issue. And then on to the next problem. So then the next day, because I really needed this to go pick up tires, because I was going to go pick up tires and then put the rims for the Cummins in the bed of this, hence the reason why I pulled all the wheels off the Cummins and put them all in here, and then take them up and get everything mounted and balanced or whatever, and then bring them back and put them on the truck. I really didn't want to drive up there with the wheels on the truck and pull them off there, because I didn't want to make it more of a hassle than it already was for the person that was helping me out. So then I get the belt, and I come back here, and the belt seems loose, so I keep cranking on the tensioner, thinking that it's, the tensioner just isn't tight enough. So I'm cranking on tensioner, and then the bolt actually snapped off. And then I came to realize that the tensioner was actually bottomed out, and the belt was actually too big that they gave me, which is kind of annoying, because I sat there with the AutoZone guy trying to get the right part for like 30 minutes, and that's what he gave me. And of course, it never is the right part. So today's battle will be trying to get the right part and get this thing running again, because IFO is this weekend, and I'd really like to make it to IFO in this thing. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's obviously not going to be the nicest thing there, but it's an import, and it's the first year I've had an import for import face-off. But I'll probably see if one of my friends can drive this for me, and because I still want to drive the Cummins up there, just because I love driving that thing because the attention it gets. So I'll probably try to see if I can have a buddy drive this to IFO, and then I'll drive the Cummins too. But yeah, so another thing, we painted the whole front end black. We need to paint the mirrors, so maybe we'll try to work on that. I don't know. I'll show you guys the front end once we move it And I think that's it for... I really want to hook up the handbrake before the weekend, but I know I've said that 1,000 times, so I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen, but it is something I want to try to do. On another note, it looks like my garage is about to flood because it is raining 1,000 million degrees, or it is raining 1,000 gallons outside. So I'm gonna try to use like this tape measure right here to measure the distance between the pulleys and like get a belt measurement, because I have a feeling the idiots at AutoZone are not going to be able to figure out their thumb from their index finger. So I'm going to grab that. Here's the belt that they gave me, in case any of you are wondering and they try to give you the same belt. It is too big. It's way too big. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on that. Okay, so weird thing is, if you measure it with the tape measure, it comes out to like 30, it's in the 30-inch range, like 37, 35 inches. It's kind of hard to get an exact measurement. This belt is 37 inches long, and it's too big. And if you look online, everyone says that they all have problems with this, where like part stores and part numbers show completely different belt sizes, all the way from 35 inches to 37. So I think I'm going to try, maybe I'm going to try to go in the middle and go 36, or if they don't have it, try like a 35 and see where that takes us. I guess the worst thing that could happen is we have to run back and forth a bunch of times, but yeah, so I'm going to run and do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got a new belt, and we came back and put it on, and it's too short, of course. So the guy at AutoZone, he was actually a lot of help. Not really though, at the same time, because he didn't really know what he was doing, but he was being patient, so that's cool. But he couldn't tell me size lengths, even though I can come home and literally use their app to look up the size, the length of the belt. But for some reason, all he could do was compare them side by side. And that's not a very good method, because they're all like bent up and stuff, so they're not 100% straight. So when he kept showing me them, this one looked like it'd be the shortest / best one. Well, I tried it, and of course it's too short, so I looked up the length. It's 34 inches, so that's why it's too short. I think the shortest they say that these can be is 35. So I think I'm going to try a 36, because it's like nowhere near being close enough. My luck, I'll get a 36, it'll be too big. But I'm going to go try a 36-inch belt now, and I'll catch up to you guys in a second. Okay, so I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but we got, oh, hang on. But we got the belts on, no more squeaks or any rattles or anything like that. I'm gonna tell you guys what the part number is. Wow, this thing's smoking like crazy. I wonder if it blew a head gasket. That's not good. It could have possibly blown a head gasket from being so hot. Uh-oh. That's not good. Could have just been smoking from sitting too, because it hasn't ran in a while. And the last time it did run, it was overheating, so. Although I hear like a hissing noise. Yeah, I don't know. Turns out the hissing noise is actually the pump kicking on, if you listen. It's a really loud pump. Okay, so now for the proper part number, let me figure out what I did with this. Oh, here it is. So the proper part number is a 15360, and the belt length is 36 inches. That is the belt that fits. You might be able to get away with a 36.5-inch belt, but I don't suggest it. I suggest a 36-inch belt. The 15360 is the part number. That is the one that you want. AutoZone will give you a 15370 or something along those lines. That is not the right belt. That is way too big. That is not what you want. The one that they pull up is 37 inches long, and it's an inch too big. So I think I'll probably be one of like the only ones that is actually giving out the proper part number, because everyone online seems to be giving out the wrong number. So I'm going to post this up on the Hardbody forum too, just so everyone is fully aware of the proper number. But for those that came to this video because they were wondering what the proper belt is supposed to go on there, it's a 15360, and this is for the fan alternator, or the technically the water pump fan alternator and crank is where this belt routes to. So I'm going to, I think, close everything up, move all the vehicles, pull this thing out and go put fuel in it, and then we should be ready to rock to drive this thing for the week. Hopefully it didn't blow a head gasket. That would suck. Just because I just recently was inspired to just drift this thing stock for now and get seat time in it, and learn the truck first and then improve where I think it's needed. My original plan was to kind of like start modifying it now, like boost it and stuff, but a lot of people made a very good point that if I start adding power and stuff now, I'll take it to the track, and then like I'll still, like, it's better to grow with the vehicle versus just going to do a bunch of work and then you go to the track and it has a ton of issues and you don't know why, and versus drifting it stock you can compare. Plus I feel like it's a better content because I can go out and show you guys that a stock D21 can still drift, and then I can be like, okay, well this is where it needs improvement, and go from there. So for those that haven't followed along with this kind of like, not build per se because it's not built or anything yet, but it has a 4-inch drop kit in the rear, and then I did the overload leaf flip, so it stiffens up the rear suspension and actually drops it a little more. And then I cranked the torsion bars down. I didn't re-index them, and I know for a fact it's sitting on the bump stops. I haven't cut the bump stops yet, and that's pretty much it. And then tinted the windows and stuff, nothing suspension wise. But oh, and I welded the rear diff. You know, I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting, but long story short, that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, so, and I've slid it around like on the street and stuff, and it actually does way better than you would think for a you know, a little K24E. So yeah, so I'm gonna move all the cars around. Oh, you guys can't see it, but the front end is black. We'll have to get that on a better day or something. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna pull this thing out and catch up with you guys. Got the purple pig in the garage. We'll talk about that in a different video. But I'm gonna take my camera with me this time to test drive the Hardbody, because last time when it broke I didn't. So I'm gonna grab. I don't think we need anything. We need a drink of this. Actually, we need to just take the whole thing. So, alright, let's go test. Let's just document how wonderful the startup on this thing is now. Oh, it's so quiet. It was so terrible because, like, you would start it and it would squeak like crazy on first start, and everybody would look at you like, what in the world is wrong with this guy's car? Because it would literally, I'm not kidding you, squeak like terribly bad. So I'm so glad we got that figured out now. And let's go take her for a rip. See if we can give her a slight clutch kick without dying. It is wet out, so. And without getting pulled over too. And that was pretty dope. So far so good, if you can hear me over the truck. Not gonna lie, I scared myself a little bit. I kind of like very lightly clutch kicked it going around it, going through like a kind of like a coast through turn, and it actually got sideways at about 60 miles an hour, and I just didn't expect it, so I got a little bit scared. I steered out of it fine and everything, but it did scare me just a tiny bit. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. Hang on. Maybe you can see me now. Maybe you can definitely see me now. So yeah, other than that, the truck's driving really good. My only complaint is it does wheel hop pretty bad. I don't know if like some of you hardbody guys do to prevent some of the wheel hop. I don't really know. Maybe cowl tracks or track bars. I don't know, honestly. So I'll have to do a little bit of research on that as to like why or how to prevent some of the wheel hop. But obviously when it's wet out, this thing does pretty good. If it slid the way it did right now in the wet, when it was dry, I'd be honestly really happy, but it doesn't. So definitely needs more angle, because it runs out of angle like quick. Flip you around. Obviously I don't know exactly, I'm not a professional drifter, or have I ever like drifted a track or anything, but it seems like as soon as you get it like going in a slide, you just run out of angle immediately and the car loops out, or truck loops out. But other than that, this thing's a freaking trooper. Hopefully it stays running good. I don't think it blew the head gasket. I think there was just I think it was just from it sitting after it overheated or whatever. It just smoked a little bit, but I will catch up with you guys when I get home. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I just made some pizza rolls, and now I'm going to edit the SDX video that you guys will be seeing tomorrow, Wednesday at 12 o'clock. If you guys are new to the channel, I upload every Wednesday at 12 and every Sunday at 12. I've been pretty consistent in the last like 3 weeks or so, and I don't plan on changing that up at all unless I die or something. With that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video, and the next video should be IFO. Yeah, should be going to IFO this weekend. It'll probably be the IFO pre-meet. Maybe we'll make it all one video. We'll make it all one video. How about that? Because we keep splitting up the events, like pre and then the event. So I think I'm going to try to start shortening them up a tad. Maybe cut some of the stupid stuff out and making the event and like the prep for the event all in one video. Because I hate dragging. Because what happens is when I make a prep video and then I make an event video, it pushes the videos out so long. I feel like I'm just so out of schedule with what you guys are seeing, and I really want the channel to be up to date. Like, I don't want you guys to be like watching a video that was from 3 weeks ago and I'm like way ahead of you guys. So currently right now I am technically two videos ahead. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for Hardbody. If you're new to the channel, the Hardbody is supposed to be built into a drift truck. And we plan on fully intending to do that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Deuces.